Sharad Purnima, the divine stellar night, observed in the month of Ashvin. The period holds significance as it is believed that it is the only day when the moon shines with all 16 kathas or qualities associated with a human personality. While Lord Krishna was born with all 16 kathas and was a complete incarnation of Lord Vishnu, Lord Ram was the only one born with 12 kalas. Sharad Purnima also marks the end of monsoon. Sharad Purnima is related to other festivals as well. It is a harvesting festival which is also celebrated in this month, known by the names such as Kumar Purnima, Kojgiri Purnima, Navan Purnima, and Kaumudi Purnima. The festival begins with the maidens welcoming the sun god just at the sunrise with a coconut leaf made vessel called kula and fried paddy, followed by arti. It also signifies the end of a rainy season. Sharad Purnima is one of the most auspicious festivals celebrated as per Sanatan Vedic Hindu Dharma. It is also believed that on this day, the brightness of the moon exceeds its actual limits and shines with full glory with all the 16 kathas. This festival also notes the worship of Lord Krishna as Vishnu along with Goddess Lakshmi. There are other significances as well: astrological, Puranic, vrat katha, etc. The Puran suggests that the moon is the only planet capable of all 16 forms that are possessed by none of the others, not even the sun. Obviously, the exception being Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality. Sharad Purnima is extraordinary because only once in a year the moonlight, as I stated, is in its complete form. The list of the 16 forms of the moon, the 16 qualities: thought, beauty, health, fulfillment of wishes, education, inner shine, peace, glory, light, wealth, love, stability, ability to work, and most important for the humankind, happiness. It may seem like a myth, but traces of the truth have been found by scientists too. Not only devotees, but also medical sciences believe that the pure moonlight of this night can cure a lot of diseases. Sharad Purnima is also very important from the astrological point of view. For astrology, the moon controls both the mind and water, the two most important facets of life. On this day, the moon shines very brightly and naturally affects the tide. This special effect produced by the moon causes fluctuations of the tidal waves in the oceans. Not just by the sea, the moon's positive impact also falls on our aqueous part of the body and unusually affects every single being. As per the Vedic astrology, it, it is stated that the performance of specific remedies on this day, like worshipping Chandra Yantra and offering milk and water to the Shivling in the nearest Shiv temple, can have a very positive effect on the self. Moon is also believed to indicate feelings of a person in astrology and horoscope readings. And because of the repetitive changes in the visible size of the moon, a human being only possesses 5 to 8 art forms, but only a master can control all in a balanced way. Every human has a moon inside him, and that's why Sharad Purnima is understood to shine all the art forms of the moon. Not only devotees, but also medical science believe that the pure moonlight of this night can cure a lot of diseases. There are remedies specifically in astrology to rectify a lot of astrological issues. There is mantras, there is a lot of emphasis on the power of the pearl, and a lot of horoscopes which have certain yogs can be either enhanced or remedied by pearls. They have a great effect when energized on this Sharad Purnima. The energies of the moon are in full power. This moon is also known as the blue moon, which carries all the vast 16 energies. They are distributed towards all the aspects of the globe. And by energizing any particular gemstone on this particular day, it brings positive effects. However, the moon has a very, very special preference on this day because this whole day is connected to the moon. Therefore, those who do have pearls or any other gemstones, they can energize them on this day. Sharad Purnima has also 3 more names in different cultures: Kumar Purnima, Navan Purnima, and Kojagiri Purnima. This Kojagiri Purnima has references in the Brahma Puran, Skanda Puran, Ling Puran, and a special worship of Lord Shiva. Kojagiri Purnima is the ending puja of Kojagiri Vrat, kept for goddess Lakshmi for wealth and prosperities. Devotees worship the goddess Lakshmi while observing fast in the daylight and break the fast at the end of the day by eating kheer, which is offered to the moon god first. According to the Purans, this night the goddess Lakshmi herself takes rounds of the earth to check the actions of the human beings. And that is why this vrat is kept for an entire day where the devotees only consume fluids. Literally, some of them are just on milk or water. At the night of Sharad Purnima, devotees get together to celebrate the night with devotional songs, playing games, and dancing under the moonlight. Many have a session of mantra rituals. Certain parts of India, the ritual is a bit different. On the next day, unmarried girls perform puja known as Janiosa before the sunrise and keep a fast throughout the day. Sharad Purnima is also a transcendental stellar night. On this day of the stellar night, people observe vrat for the whole day, as I mentioned, and worship Goddess Lakshmi. People perform this vrat and also believe that this is the day Goddess Lakshmi will shower them with prosperity, as it is believed by some to be her birthday. Lord Indra, the god of rains, seated on his elephant Airavat, is also worshipped, and so is Lord Shiv with his consort Parvati and carrier Nandi. By breaking the fast at night, taking rice and milk after offering them to the moon god, there are vivid descriptions of this night given in Brahma Puran, Skanda Puran. There are loads of vrat kathas that are heard during this fasting. I will share two such kathas with yourself. The Sanat Kumar Samhita cites the story of Kojagri Punam, in which Samhita Valkil Rishi narrates that in ancient times, a poor Brahmin named Valit lived in Magad Desh, Bengal. While he was learned and virtuous, his wife revelled in quarreling, behaving totally opposite to his wishes. Once on his father's Shrad, day of paying homage to the deceased, she flung the Pinddan bowl in a sewage pit rather than the sacred Ganga as the custom required. This infuriated Valit. Therefore, he renounced home to search for wealth. In the forests, he met Nag Kanyas, girls of Kalyanag's ancestry. Kalyanag from the Srimad Bhagavad Puran, where Krishna controls his temperament and nature. Anyway, he met the Nag Kanyas, and these Nag Kanyas had also performed the Kojagari Vrat, staying awake on Asosud Punam. They then sat gambling with the Valit. The night happened to be tonight, Asosud Punam. Valit lost everything. At that moment, Lord Vishnu and consort Lakshmi happened to pass by. Since Valit had incidentally observed the Kojagari Vrat, Lakshmi graced him with handsomeness similar to that of Kamdev, the deity of love. Now attracted to him, the Nag Kanyas married Valit and gifted him with their riches. He then returned home with their riches, and his wife received him warmly. After this episode, the Samhita declared that those who remain awake on this Poonam will be graced with wealth. The Vrat Katha on Sharad Purnima, those who fast, they discuss this Katha, which is very, very popular. The fast rituals became popular when the two elder sisters of a moneylender observed fast one day with complete devotion, and the other sister just for the name's sake. Once they grew up and got married, the elder sister gave birth to healthy children, and the younger sister had no child, for which she was depressed and went to the saint for a remedy. The saint, the sadhu, understood her misery and advised her to observe the Purnima fast with complete devotion and interest. The younger sister realized her mistake, and this time she too kept the fast on Sharad Purnima and dedicated her absolute time to worshipping the god of moon, Chandra Devta. After her tapasya and ritualistic fasting on this Purnima, the younger sister gave birth to a child, but unfortunately the child was stillborn. The younger sister knew that her elder sister has the blessing of Chandradev, and she might have the power to make her child alive. Therefore, the younger sister made a plan and called her sister at home, where she asked her to sit on the bed. The moment she went to sit, the white bedsheet touched her body, and the baby started crying. When she saw the baby under the bedsheet crying, she scolded her sister for being careless. Then she explained everything to the elder sister and told her, by the grace of Chandradev, the baby again came to this world. Krishna and the gopis, maharas, the ultimate dance from Srimad Bhagavad Puran, Gopi Geet, call of the flute. According to the scriptures, it was on this night of Sharad Purnima, Sri Krishna bestowed highest form of bliss to the deserving souls. The Srimad Bhagavad Puran describes the love of gopis towards Sri Krishna. This makes the night very special for all Sri Krishna devotees. This is the night when Lord Sri Krishna performed the dance with utmost intimacy and permeated the whole universe with divine love. It is also believed that the angelic dance of Lord Sri Krishna with gopis of Vrindavan stretched the night to the extent of the one night of Lord Brahma, which is equivalent to billions of human years. This Raas Leela is no ordinary Raas Leela. It is nothing like portrayed in today's date, where people come together and dance in a Raas. To relate dancing in this Ras Leela is only in the broad sense, and the real sense is in one becoming many, meaning the Supreme God Shri Krishna, who can play Ras Leela with each of us. But the necessary condition is that we surrender ourselves completely and are prepared to go with Him immediately. Sharanagati. This is the sort of an absorption in Ras, complete absorption and getting lost in Sri Krishna in Ras. Therefore, this is also called Ras Punam. I could go on this subject, but today's subject is broader than that. But this is one of the most popular highlights of Sharad Purnima. Sri Krishna shines fully in the moonlight on this day. The significance of this Sharad Purnima kheer, as per the Hindu scriptures, the Purans, kheer made on Sharad Purnima is not just a delicacy, it is actually divine medicine. It should be made from cow's milk. Milk and rice in a silver vessel. The Puranas state rice as the food of the gods. Mahalakshmi is also pleased with rice. In addition to this, saffron, cow's ghee, and other types of dry fruits can also be used in this kheer. However, if possible, it should be made only in the light of the moon. The speciality of having kheer on the day of Sharad Purnima is very popular, as it is believed that the moonlight drips nectar, amrit, on this night, which contains varied kinds of healing properties. Therefore, people prepare this rice-rich kheer and leave it in the moonlight for the entire night. And the next morning, the same energized kheer is distributed to all the family members as prasad. As the prasad of dedication and faith, each devotee gets to eat the kheer, which turns to be very delicious. Sharad Purnima is very, very important. One in Pushtimark temples and many other temples, white food offerings is prepared especially on this day. White Dudh Pawa, especially very popular in Gujarat, and Gujarat is all over the world. White Dudh Pawa is offered to Shree Radha Krishna in the temple and also kept overnight for the moon to energize this kheer, and also Sri Krishna and the gopis to share this kheer with that bow, and the following day as prasad. But the prasad becomes ambrosia, nectar, and it can heal loads of different issues of the physical human body and the mind. Every religion has its own beliefs and stories, but one thing is for sure. that this night, Sharad Purnima, someone from the heavens spreads out their blessings, which in Hindi is believed to be Amrit Dhara. Please enjoy every single moment of this night with us on Vedic Wisdom Satsang, because even God knows how busy you are in the daytime. Sharad Poonam ki Mangal Badai.